If you are thinking about selling a home in Bellevue, choosing the right listing agent is not just about picking someone with a friendly smile, a nice headshot, or a promise that they can get you top dollar. That sounds great, but let's be honest. Every agent says that. The real question is, can they explain how they plan to price, prepare, market, negotiate, and protect your sale from start to finish? Bellevue is not a one-size-fits-all market. A luxury home in West Bellevue, a townhome near Crossroads, a condo near Downtown Bellevue, and a single-family home near Lake Hills can all attract different buyer behavior. So before you sign a listing agreement, you need to ask better questions. Not rude questions, not gotcha questions, smart questions. In this video, we are going over the most important questions to ask a Bellevue listing agent before you hire them, so you can separate confident strategy from expensive guesswork. The first question to ask is, how will you price my home? Not, what do you think it's worth? Those are two different questions. A good listing agent should be able to explain the pricing process in detail. They should look at recent comparable sales, current active competition, pending homes when available, canceled or expired listings, condition, layout, lot size, updates, buyer demand, and how your home compares to alternatives buyers are seeing right now. In Bellevue, small differences can create big pricing differences. A remodeled home may perform differently than a similar-sized home needing major updates. A home near major commuter routes may be evaluated differently than one tucked into a quieter setting. A condo with strong HOA documents and updated interiors may attract a different pool of buyers than one with upcoming assessments or deferred maintenance. You want an agent who can show you the data, explain the logic, and tell you the truth, even if the truth is not the highest number in the room, because overpricing can cost you attention, momentum, and leverage. And underpricing without a strategy can leave money on the table. Pricing should be a strategy, not a wish list with a lockbox. The second question is, what should I fix, update, or leave alone before listing? This is where a strong listing agent can save you time, money, and a lot of unnecessary stress. Not every improvement is worth doing before selling. Some updates may help the home show better, others may cost more than they return, and some projects may be better handled through pricing, disclosures, or buyer negotiation instead of rushing to remodel right before going live. Ask the agent how they evaluate prep work. Do they look at buyer expectations in your price range? Do they understand what Bellevue buyers are comparing your home against? Can they help you prioritize high-impact improvements like cleaning, decluttering, paint, landscaping, lighting, minor repairs, staging, and photography preparation? Also ask where their advice stops. A real estate agent can advise on market presentation and buyer appeal, but they should not act as your attorney, tax advisor, contractor, structural engineer, or accountant. If an issue involves legal, tax, financial, permit, or construction advice, the agent should recommend that you speak with the proper licensed professional. That is not weakness, that is professionalism. The agent who knows when to bring in the right expert is usually safer than the agent who pretends to know everything. Nobody needs a listing agent moonlighting as a discount lawyer. That movie ends badly. The third question is, what is your marketing plan beyond simply putting the home on the MLS? The MLS matters, but the MLS alone is not a complete marketing plan. A Bellevue listing should have a clear launch strategy. Ask about professional photography, video, floor plans, property descriptions, digital advertising, listing syndication, social media promotion, open house strategy, agent-to-agent exposure, buyer follow-up, and how the agent will track interest after the home goes live. A good agent should be able to explain how they will position the home's strongest features without exaggerating or making claims they cannot support. For example, it is appropriate to market a home's layout, updates, location, commute convenience, outdoor spaces, nearby amenities, and lifestyle appeal. But marketing should avoid language that could be interpreted as steering buyers toward or away from protected classes or making unsupported guarantees. Also, ask how your home will be presented visually. In Bellevue, buyers are often comparing multiple homes online before they ever schedule a showing. Your first showing is usually on a phone screen. If the photos are dark, the description is generic, and the launch feels lazy, the market may punish you fast. The right question is not just, will you market my home? The better question is, what exactly happens before launch? during launch week, and after we receive market feedback. The fourth question is especially important in today's real estate environment. How do you handle conversations about buyer-agent compensation and seller concessions? After recent industry changes, sellers should expect a clear, transparent conversation about compensation options, buyer requests, and negotiation strategy. Your listing agent should explain what you are agreeing to pay your own listing brokerage, what options may exist regarding buyer-side compensation or concessions, and how those choices may affect negotiation, without pressuring you into one answer or suggesting that commissions are fixed. Compensation is negotiable. Seller concessions are negotiable. Buyer requests are negotiable. The key is understanding your options before you are in the middle of an offer deadline, with 3 documents open and your blood pressure doing CrossFit. Ask the agent how they explain these topics, where compensation can and cannot be advertised, and how they help sellers evaluate offers that may include requests for closing cost credits, buyer-broker compensation, repairs, or other terms. This is also where RESPA matters. Your agent should not be receiving illegal kickbacks or referral fees from lenders, title companies, inspectors, or other settlement service providers. If they recommend vendors, ask whether there is any financial relationship or referral arrangement. Transparency is your friend. The fifth question is simple but powerful. How will you communicate with me once we are listed? A listing can feel calm one day and chaotic the next. Showings, feedback, offers, inspection responses, appraisal questions, escrow deadlines, buyer financing updates. There are a lot of moving parts. You want to know who is calling you, how often you will receive updates, what kind of feedback you will get, and how quickly the agent responds when something important happens. Ask whether you will be working directly with the listing agent, a team member, a transaction coordinator, or some combination. There is nothing wrong with a team approach, as long as you know who is responsible for what. Also ask what happens if the home does not get the response expected. Will the agent review showing activity, online engagement, feedback from buyers and brokers, competing listings, price positioning, or will they just say, "Let's wait and see," until the listing gets stale? A strong agent should have a communication plan before problems appear, because silence is not a strategy. It is just stress wearing a fake mustache. The sixth question is, what is your negotiation strategy? This is where experience matters. Getting an offer is not the finish line. It is the beginning of another phase. Your listing agent should know how to evaluate more than just the offer price. Terms can matter a lot. Financing type, earnest money, inspection terms, appraisal language, closing timeline, buyer concessions, possession needs, and contingencies. The highest price is not always the strongest offer if the terms are risky, and the cleanest offer is not always the best offer if it leaves too much money behind. Your agent should help you compare the whole package and explain the trade-offs clearly. Ask how they handle multiple offers, low offers, inspection negotiations, appraisal concerns, and buyer financing uncertainty. Ask how they keep negotiations professional and factual without creating unnecessary drama. Real estate already has enough drama. We do not need to add a fog machine. A good listing agent should be calm, prepared, and strategic. They should advocate for your goals while staying within legal, ethical, and professional boundaries. Before you hire a Bellevue listing agent, ask these questions. How will you price my home? What should I fix or leave alone? What is your marketing plan beyond the MLS? How do you handle compensation and concessions? How will you communicate? And what is your negotiation strategy? The right agent should not be offended by these questions. They should welcome them. Because a strong listing presentation is not about pressure, it is about clarity. Selling a home in Bellevue can involve a lot of money, a lot of emotion, and a lot of decisions. You deserve an agent who can explain the process, support the strategy with real information, communicate clearly, and help you make informed choices. And when something falls outside the agent's role, legal, tax, financial, structural, or specialized advice, they should guide you to the appropriate qualified professional. If you are preparing to sell in Bellevue and want a practical, honest conversation about pricing, preparation, marketing, and timing, reach out to Raintown Realty. We can help you understand your options before you make your next move.